If you do a lot of 3D printing, you'll find that there's some products that you just keep reordering, for example. But also there's some other products that are just insanely useful to know about, and maybe you don't know about them as of right now. So today we're going to cover those that I found recently, and hopefully you'll find it useful too. Now this first product is one that I showed in a recent video, and I use this a lot. I use it for everything, and people were commenting saying, as if you trust that to hold things like my MacBook and other things as well. This is Nano Tape, and this is insanely useful for 3D prints because it's kind of like a time saver, life hack or something like that, because it allows you to mount stuff to other places or even stick stuff together because it's basically double-sided tape, but insanely strong. Now the really good thing about this is it's not only just ridiculously strong, it's clear as well, like very clear, so it looks very clean. But because of that, there's no residue left behind whenever you peel this off of the walls or anything like that. You can peel it off and it doesn't do any damage. It may take a little bit of paint with it in some places, depending on what the paint's like, but if you take it off of wood, take it off of anything like that, it doesn't leave any of that annoying residue that you get with like the foamy double-sided mounting tape, which I used to use, but this has been like a complete game changer for me. Now this is insanely cheap. I just bought a 3-pack from Amazon, but I've used it for so many things already. I've mounted my MacBook underneath my desk with it, which is still absolutely fine. I put a glasses holder behind my monitor, a cup holder underneath my desk, so many different things. And now it's just basically become a day-to-day life hack, not just for 3D printing, but for things in general. But if you're going to be mounting any 3D prints that aren't overly heavy or don't need a ton of strength behind them, this is definitely a cheat code, because then you don't have to do screw holes in your design. You don't have to put screws in your wall. And this, like I said, it's holding my MacBook underneath my desk, so at the end of the day, you can still hold a good amount of weight as well. But do be cautious with it, because I don't want anyone commenting saying that I made them break the laptop. But for such a simple, cheap product, definitely worth grabbing some. Now this one I actually mentioned in a tips and tricks video, but it fits into this video as well. And this is a diamond back nozzle. This is a hardened nozzle, but using diamond instead of like hardened steel. And these last forever if you're 3D printing anything with abrasive materials. If you're 3D printing carbon fibers or glass fibers or anything that's more abrasive than just regular filament, you're going to want to have a hardened nozzle. And these are just basically the top of the line. Now they're slightly more expensive than your regular hardened steel nozzle, of course. However, it just means that if you are going to be doing this a lot, like if you're printing non-stop with abrasive stuff, then getting one of these will probably save you money in the long run, because the hardened nozzles will still break eventually. And so having one of these just means that you can put it on your printer, you can run it non-stop, and you don't have to worry about it actually running out. Now, I'll link in the description where I got mine from. They're not an affiliate or anything like that, not sponsored. These are just genuinely a good product to have. But it is worth knowing about, because I had to work this out when I put mine in, that you will have to adjust your print temps very slightly depending on what you actually are printing. For example, when I put mine in my Prusa, I actually had to increase the temps of things like PLA and every filament that I run through it, basically, just to make sure that it prints correctly. I think I increased it by like 5 degrees. It wasn't much at all, but you can just create a new preset and it just makes it a whole lot better. But now I have a dedicated enclosed printer with a diamond back nozzle, meaning that whenever I have any abrasive filaments, that is the one that I'm going to be using. And then we have these 3 tools that are incredibly useful for all makers. These tools were sent to me by Fanttik. There is a rotary tool, a screwdriver, and a wireless vacuum as well, which is surprisingly good for the size of it. But these Fanttik tools are designed in such a cool way that you pop open the top and then take out the actual screwdriver itself, which is a precision screwdriver, and then the inside of this tube pops out and reveals all of your different tool bits. You've got 50 bits in here, but 12 different types. If you're ever looking for a screwdriver, that you have loads of different ones like I used to do, now you have them all in one place. Now this is all magnetic on the inside too, so when you take your bits out, you can put it back in, making sure you'll never lose anything. And the inside rotates around to let you get whatever you actually need. You've also got a large pair of tweezers, which is always useful for 3D printing, and a pry bar as well. And you can twist the bottom of the screwdriver to select whatever level of torque you need, which actually reflects in the LED light as well. And the top of the screwdriver even has an LED torch, which is super useful too. Now, very similar in build to the screwdriver is the rotary tool. Now, I love this because again, it clicks and pops out the actual tool. And then inside the actual whole thing is all of the bits that you could possibly need for a rotary tool ever. And then you can rotate this to access even more. It just clicks around, you find the bits that you need, and there is so many. You've got diamond tip tools, you've got drill bits, you've got things for polishing and grinding and sanding. Everything that you could think of needing, you have it in here. And again, it just slots back in all nice and tidy so that you never actually lose all of your stuff. And then you just tap this touch sensor to cycle through the speeds all the way up to 25,000 RPM. So you got a small drill, you got a file, you got a sander, you've got everything that you could need out of a rotary tool, and it's all packed away tidily inside this tool holder as well. And then finally is the vacuum, which is super useful for keeping your 3D printers clean, and I mean for many other things as well. But it's not only a vacuum. You can twist the top off, flip it over, attach a nozzle on the other end, and then it turns into a pump, an air duster, or whatever it is that you want to use it for, inflating things or just cleaning out all the fans inside your actual printers and that sort of stuff. Super useful. Take it off, put the vacuum attachment back on, and it's back to being a vacuum. But this also comes with 10 different attachments as well, so you'll always find whatever it is that you need. The small brush attachment for the vacuum cleans out the fans in printers super easy. And to be honest, I was skeptical at how good this would be because it's a handheld vacuum cleaner, but the power of it is actually really good. And all of these tools charge USB-C as well, so you'll always have a charger laying around somewhere. And yes, while they are today's video sponsor, I genuinely do recommend them. The build quality of these and the actual storing things inside like this is such a clever, genius idea. And for makers, you're gonna get a ton of use out of these. So check the links in the description and make sure you use the coupon codes because you'll get a good discount on them as well. Now, these are a game changer if you're someone who makes things like cosplay props or anything that needs paint at the end of the day. Adding color to 3D prints makes a huge difference. For example, unfortunately, the Eevee that I made a while ago did get broken in transport, but the point is, the eyes and the actual small details of color make a huge difference to when you make something like this. And to 3D print the eyes on a model this size would have taken absolutely ages, and it would have been a nightmare in terms of print duration, purging, and all that sort of stuff. Same with the ears over here. So painting these things is just always a better option. It also looks better too, in my opinion. But sometimes all you need is literally the eyes to a figure or something like that, like the little bit of a black line for the mouth or just to define some features. And that's where acrylic marker pens come in pretty handy. Now, these ones specifically work super well with 3D prints, and they have a very fine tip on the end, so you can do some really high details as well. And these can basically just replace painting for your fine details and make your actual final products pop a little bit more. Now, the brand that I've got is ArtX, which I know are good quality and work well because I've tested them, but it's not a sponsored video, so there's other brands as well that you can probably pick up. But these ones do work really well, and it's honestly a really useful tool to have if you are someone who does like props. If you've got like fine details, like say like a sword handle or something like that, or just something that you need to add a little bit of edging color to. Say you needed to add like a gold trim to something, you could just grab one of these out and then just go ahead around it. It also means you don't have to mix paints, and it's just way more convenient. So if you are someone who adds a lot of detail to things, whether you're painting it, whether you are adding it in printing, maybe consider having some colored acrylic pens ready, because then that way it could end up saving you a lot of time. Now, the next one's actually a free tool, and it's a software rather than a physical item. So you don't have to buy anything online or anything like that. But this is a free program that I've used all the time for a very specific reason. And what I'm talking about is Mattercontrol. Now, Mattercontrol I use for one very specific reason, and that is to take an image and convert it into a 3D model like straight away. It is so fast. Now, you can do this in Fusion and other programs as well. However, it takes like a few more steps than this does. But with Mattercontrol, you just open up a new design, drag in the tool that allows you to convert images, click on the image and make sure that you've picked the one that you actually want, and then it's done. I also use this to create things like molds. So take this dinosaur, for example, you drag it in, you convert it to a model, and then you've got this solid actual 3D model at the end of it. Then I'll take this into Fusion and actually use it to cut away from whatever it is that I'm going to be printing a mold from. Then I can print the mold, give it to my wife, and she can create some sort of dinosaur candle out of it, whether it's for my son's birthday or just to have around the house, this sort of thing. But if you are looking to turn images or like text with different fonts into specific models, then this is a really quick way to do it. It's completely free. But this is especially useful for total beginners to 3D modeling because you don't have to figure out all these different steps. You can just get the image, convert it into a model, and export it ready to go. And then finally, magnets. Now, these are tiny little ones that I ordered for a very specific project recently, which they're all gonna connect together now, so awesome. These are super useful to have around and ready in case you find a print that does actually use them, but you can design prints around them as well. So if you have like a closing mechanism, you can stop the print halfway through, put the magnets in, or just design it to slot the magnet in as well. And it just opens up more possibilities to be able to create something really cool. I recently made some cable clips for my desk that actually have a magnetic clasp at the end of it, so you can put the cable through and clamp it together. And because magnets are such an easy thing to implement into 3D printing, you'll find a lot of prints online as well if you're browsing through like I do all the time, where you think, oh, I do actually need magnets for that. If you've got them to hand, you can just print them straight away and you can actually give them a test out. There's so many different uses for magnets in 3D printing that if you don't have any in your drawer of like different sizes or whatever, it is definitely worth grabbing some and just having them ready to go in case you come up with an idea and then you don't have to wait for them to be delivered or anything. you can do it straight away. In fact, leave a comment and let me know, what is your favorite use of magnets with 3D printing? Is there a specific model you've used? I'd be interested in finding out.